Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. So while we're waiting for people to come in, other people to come in, y'all, I'm gonna go get me a napkin and wipe off this camera. It looks a little foggy. I have no idea why. Okay, so this is the bonus reading. Okay, I was told not to stop, so I don't know what the angels had planned for me, but they said don't stop. Okay, don't stop. All right, so I did get some personal guidance just now as well for divine ones. And I did move to my office space because the distractions. So just protect your mental health from distractions right now, and especially people that's out of control. Like if your pets are fighting a lot or if family members are fighting a lot, you want to just kind of like put up some boundaries, go to your workspace, be in a healthy bull energy. You don't want people pushing you over the edge. So spend some time in your workspace today just to kind of set up boundaries between you and people that's in that chaos energy. So I felt like I wanted to burn my new candle here. This is a new candle. And this candle is a flower candle. It's so beautiful, y'all. Now, what a lot of people don't know is that green candles like this are really good for high priestess energy. It's really good for people who have significant air placement in their chart or significant earth or significant certain water signs in your chart. So don't hesitate to get candles that are green and white. So you see, like the candle is white on the inside, but it's translucent and green on the outside. I actually plan to keep this jar when the candle is done. I'm going to scrape the candle wax out, and then I'm actually going to do a new candle, do a whole new candle using this jar. I recently found out that people don't realize that they can refurbish candle jars. Look how beautiful this candle is. So this is wildflower musk. Every now and then, y'all, I will feature something in my readings, in my guidance, in case y'all want to use what I'm using. So what I'm having this morning for my spiritual work, I'm having blueberries, like a blueberry electrolyte water, which is very good also for air energy, thinking in the mind, but also for water power, like intuition. So I'm drinking that. And when I did the last reading for everybody, it did show high priestess and high vibration. So and positive vibration. So just protect your mental health. What I find helps me to protect my mental health is to stop and cleanse with eucalyptus and mint. If I feel a little like, okay, my temperance energy is getting messy, I will literally get me some eucalyptus and mint body wash and rinse my face down with it while cold, or I'll just put some ice cold water on my face. One of the things I love to keep on my desk to manage my temperance energy is the turtle. Okay. So if you have a sacred space, you should have something in your sacred space that is good for your spiritual being. So I have the turtle, and you see this turtle has little turtles on its back. So it's carrying a lot, right? It's like burden energy, right? So this could be definitely, it definitely could be like Taurus energy, mother energy, grandmother. So learning how to go slow and take your time so you don't get anxiety and weak and drained, knowing that you could win going slow. This reminds me of the turtle in the hare race. So when I feel like I want to go in too hard, if my fire energy is like out of control, this reminds me to slow down, even when I'm creating. So I may just like meditate looking at the turtle. I did have a past life that involved turtles. So I was told this before by a psychic, and I have a memory of seeing a beautiful turtle in water. So, and then one time I went fishing with someone and they pulled this big turtle out and brought it to me. So the turtle energy is very important for my manifestation. I want to get into talking about this fear that a lot of people may have that they may lose their manifestation to somebody else. That's technically impossible to do. Um, if you're worried about being public right now, you may want to go public, but you're like, oh, I'm worried that someone's going to compete for my destiny. Someone's going to try to go after my destiny, so I'm going to hide away. That's working against you. Do not worry about anyone running off with your destiny. Just make sure that a lot of the percentage of your abilities, you're putting a price tag on. That way you still get paid for the work you do. The reason why you need to not worry about if other people are trying to compete with you, your talent or your abilities, is because those people are having some sort of war in them. They're not getting no peace. They're manifesting health problems. While you're being released from health problems through doing your destiny and your purpose, they're manifesting health problems. Health problems that you're being protected from because you're doing work to protect you from those health problems. They're doing work, your work, trying to do your work that does not protect them from those health problems. So, whereas if you're doing work and the work you're doing is protecting you from throat chakra problems, if someone tries to do what you're doing and try to go as long as you're doing it, then they will start to have throat chakra problems and you won't. Because always remember, when someone's trying to be you, they're going to get into greedy energy. They're going to go harder and longer and try too hard. And so they have to pay it with their health. Where your energy tells you when you need to stop. You're talking to your angel guys. They're telling you, okay, take a break. Take a break, Miss V. Take a break, Onita. Take a break. You did pretty good. Their angel guides are not talking to them because they're doing what you're doing, trying to be like you. So they don't know when to stop. They don't know when to take breaks. They don't know. So they just keep going in and going in and going in, being you. And then there's a point in which they might even gaslight themselves, or they might even play the victim and say, I'm being blocked. When it's not that they're being blocked, it's they're going in so hard that people cannot take their energy. So they're not getting the support they're supposed to get. They don't know when to stop. They don't know when to stop. They think as long as they can be you and do as much as you, that they can get more and get more. They can just outdo you being you, do more being you, and don't realize that that's actually going to work against them. Energetically, physically, socially, it works against them. And then them trying to remember you is hiding them from their own authentic self that everyone in their life was probably already used to, that their fans were already supporting. So while they're trying to study you and be you and all of that, they're actually blocking the abundance that was already coming to them. Where there were people who were celebrating who they were before they were being you, those people would have kept giving them money, would have kept supporting them. But they fall back because they're being you, the unfamiliar. Okay? So no longer worry about if someone's trying to be you. They're paying it and paying for it one way or the other. They're losing the support that they already had that they liked. They're losing their health that they had. They're having health setbacks in areas they never thought they would. And they're sacrificing precious time of rest just to keep up with you. Okay? I felt like I had to have this talk for some reason. Since because we have this October energy going into the shape shifting energy and all of that. So I wanted to have this talk, you know. And then some people, it's, let me tell you, not some, almost all the people who try to be you, they don't get no emotional fulfillment out of it unless you confirm, unless you confirm that they're doing good at it. They need your validation. This is why you have to stay away from them. You have to treat those people like they are dead. You have to not even see how they're trying to be you. You have to avoid them. Don't go to their Facebook. Don't go to their Instagram. Don't hang out with their friends. Don't go nowhere they go or when they would go to those places. This way, they can never get validation or confirmation. They would have no choice for you to show up on video and then replay your videos to see how accurate they are at being you. And then they will see that they're not so accurate. Why? Because you are also in transformation of being a better version of your authentic self. So while they were still being the person of you who you were yesterday, you show up in a more upgraded version today, and then they feel like they're falling behind. They grow insecure about being you. That's a part of their karma, to always feel like they're not doing good enough being you unless you say they are. Okay? These are other things on YouTube that other people don't talk about. When they're talking about, when they're discussing this topic. All right. Hi, everybody. Whenever I go sub only, I notice that the count is down, and that's okay, because this is what I want to say also in this video. Excuse me. For people who are doing something to this channel and to this video, every time I'm on the video in my scratched up workspace, y'all see how the cats did that? The kitty cats did that. I'm still getting my money. So it doesn't matter if my video is not shown or seen. People who stand by me will come to my channel on their own time, watch my videos, and send me donations for appreciation. I'm getting more money sent to me in appreciation than I would get through the views that you give me on this platform. So what I want to say, who may be watching, who's in charge of whatever gets seen on YouTube, I'm still having my breakthrough. You cannot stop something that is destined to be. You cannot. People who are praying against me, doing spell work, you cannot stop it. You've already been trying for like a year, and you see I'm still here. You see I'm still showing up. You see I'm still doing my job, and I'm doing it better than the last time. So leave my energy alone, okay? And just move on, because you're wasting your own precious time. When you could be setting up boundaries during the Saturn abundant energy of manifestation, you could be setting up boundaries to protect yourself. You too busy trying to cross my boundaries and not seeing the sneak attacks that's being done on you. I'm talking directly to the karmic people, to like to hang out on weekends because they feel like they got the time to watch me and hide. You're under sneak attacks that you can't sense and pick up because you're too busy trolling me. And then when you finally feel the impact of your own personal attacks on you, you want to complain. Well, stop focusing on me and use your intuition to figure out what is coming behind you. Okay. I don't always just do psychic readings. Sometimes I just talk to y'all. Okay. Before I get into the readings. I recently have learned that anytime someone gets emotional fulfillment out of some creative activity or spiritual activity, they cannot be stopped. It doesn't matter the spell work. It doesn't matter if the gang stop stalking, and doesn't matter none of that. They cannot be stopped. It gives them emotional fulfillment. So trying to take away their emotional fulfillment by hiding their videos or hiding them or blocking them, it's not going to work. The the action, the thing that they did still resonates in their mind, in their daydreams, returning the emotional fulfillment to them. As long as they have emotional fulfillment, they will get what they deserve. So people who are doing spell work right now, you're wasting your time. If someone gets emotional fulfillment out of what they're doing, their emotional fulfillment will always bust through your spell work. You cannot, you cannot overpower the emotional fulfillment of Cancer and Psychic and Pisces energy. They are elite at busting through darkness, busting through losses, busting through purgatory. Even when you think your spell work, I'm talking to this people because I'm sick and tired of spell work coming out for days. So it must be people also coming through this channel. If it's not you, divine ones, you can just listen in and get the lesson that they're going to get. Okay, even though you don't need it. When you do spell work, okay, you're working with toxic earth energy. Obviously, someone is fortunate in something that you're jealous of, and that's why you're doing spell work. You cannot, you cannot continue, and it won't last for long if someone gets emotional fulfillment out of what they're doing. Because the emotional fulfillment is water energy. Water will always eventually bring dirt down. Understand? Water will always eventually bring your spell work down, weaken it, wash it away. So, trying to do spell work on people who get emotional fulfillment is only causing you to curse your own energy. You're only wasting your own energy. You're wasting your own time. You're wasting your own resources. You're just going to be stuck. You're going to be stuck in the cycle that you thought you were pulling them in, where you're getting nowhere and you're just doing this spell over and over and over again. The results is not sticking, or they're not lasting, or it didn't work at all. If someone shows up already really emotionally fulfilled before they go to manifest, your spell work won't even work, because not only did they show up already emotionally fulfilled, they increased the emotional fulfillment while they were doing what they get emotional fulfillment from. So then you're trying to do spell work on someone who's coming with the whole ocean behind them. It's not going to work. You hardly ever see weak, dried up seashells able to resist the power of the tide. They can't. When the tide says you're out of here, you're out. Period. So I'm sharing this lesson because I've gotten so sick and tired of these karmic people coming for me and getting triggered because I keep busting through. You're never going to stop me. And you're never going to stop anyone else who's doing what they're chosen to do. Happy in it, happy after, and happy before they show up to it. Or they're almost there. You're never going to be able to stop them. The only people that your spell work could possibly work on and get massive results is people that's already broken. People that's already broken down to the ground and have no support. I have plenty of support coming through this channel, and so do other divine ones coming through their life. People praying for them, they don't even notice praying for them. I'm praying for some divine ones who I'm talking to in the email, and I'm very powerful. So your spell work's not going to work on them either. It's not going to last. Your spell work dust is going to get pushed right back up on your own island, right up in your face. So give it up. Yo, it's a shame I got to do this. It's a shame. Because I felt it last night again. I said, here we go. Somebody doing spell work on me again. Give it a break. Whew. Child. I have justice in a very super significant part of my chart. That means I roll with the big dog angels. They come visit me on a regular. You're not going to do, it's not going to work. Justice will always rule in my favor. I started off doing this without even thinking of money. With like, okay, if I whatever, that's how I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I didn't even go to other people's channels to see what their psychic channels were doing, if they were doing good. I chose this just naturally. I just went with instincts when I did this. So you will never take me down. You can't take down a cat who's moving on instincts. They're natural instincts. They're natural abilities. You cannot take them down. Whew. Why do you think that cats? Why do you think that cats are apex? Why do you think that the whale in the ocean is an apex? It's such an elite apex. They go by instincts. They are in tune with old spirits, very old emperor energy. You cannot take them down. You only way you can take them down if you was managing to get not even take them down or shake them up, make them shake a little bit in their boots. Is if you had triple the amount of people to stand in for the energy that they bring, and all y'all being fake like them at the same time. That's the only way you can even shake an emperor. And then what'll happen is the creator will send forces that's tripled in what you brought. It'll just keep on happening. You run off with the emperor money, the creator going to send that money double to that emperor or that empress. Because you stood in the way of the emotional fulfillment and the financial fulfillment that they were supposed to get. So all you're doing is doubling their money. My money has been doubling since y'all karmics, y'all low vibrational karmics, been trolling my energy. My money been doubling. It did not have the your spell work did not have the effect you thought it would. You think because you're like, oh, she ain't getting many views, but my cash app say a different story. The checks that come in the mail say a different story. The gifts I get from family members and the help, the random help I get, it says a different story. The creator will always find a way to give a divine one what they deserve. You try to break a branch up here, the creator will put a branch there. Like, oh, you're still getting it.